Throughout this unit, we've been learning how to use sounds within our programs to make our games more exciting and engaging, to provide feedback to the user, and to create programs that can play virtual instruments. In addition to all of this, we can also use numerical values to alter the pitch and volume of a sound, which opens up interesting programming possibilities. However, there are some restrictions to the values that can be used for volume and notes. Let's take volume as an example. Using a volume of 0 would mean the sound couldn't be heard at all, whilst using a volume of 100 would play the sound at full volume. Therefore, there's no point in using a volume of 150 or 200, for example, since this is higher than the maximum volume. When using variables, it may be necessary to adapt our values so they fall within a given range. We do this with numerical operators. Let's say, for example, that we wanted to use a dice to generate different volumes between 0 and 100. Well, a dice doesn't generate those numbers. It generates numbers from 1 to 6. To solve this issue, we will perform two calculations on the number. First, we'll subtract 1 from it. This will give us numbers between 0 and 5. Secondly, we'll multiply it by 20. This will give us numbers between 0 and 100. If we roll a 1, we subtract 1, then times it by 20, which gives us a volume of 0. If we roll a 5, we subtract 1, then times it by 20, giving us a volume of 80. Here's how this would look in Scratch. We'll pick our random number between 1 and 6, subtract 1, and then multiply the answer by 20. Knowing this, I now need you to debug a program that doesn't manipulate these numbers correctly. I've designed a burglar alarm program where my cat should play a higher pitched note at a louder volume as the mouse approaches. When the mouse is far away, the volume should be very low, and when he's very close, it should be very high. Use your debugging skills to work out how to manipulate the numbers, so the volume and the note variable varies between 0 and 100.